All right, speaking of the Knicks, first let me thank a bunch of the Asmaniacs who showed up last night to American Whiskey to watch Game 5. I thought we had them in the first half. We took their best shot. Game was tied. And then the second half happened, the third quarter happened, and that was an absolute disgrace. And look, I'm not going to sit here and panic, but I'm very disappointed. I believe the New York Knicks are still going to win this series. I believe the New York Knicks are going to win Game 6 tomorrow night. But they had a chance to stick a fork in Boston, and they didn't do it. That said, I don't believe a lot of what happened for Boston is necessarily sustainable as we look ahead to Game 6 tomorrow night. I believe the New York Knicks are going to get a big-time performance from Jalen Brunson. Big time. I don't believe he's going to foul out again and get called for 5 fouls in the third quarter. What a disgrace that is. I don't believe that we're going to see Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby shoot a combined 5 for 26 from the floor. I don't see that happening. The Knicks have been in a spot where they've had a brutal loss and then have responded and bounced back multiple times over the last few years, including in this postseason where they answered the bell down 14 in game number 4 at the Garden, or game 4, the other night, answered the bell, led by their captain, scoring 18 in the third quarter, 26 in the second half, and won that game. I don't believe what we saw from Luke Cornett and how well we saw Derek White shoot the three ball. I don't think that's necessarily sustainable. Do I think Jaylen Brown will play well? Yeah, the guy got paid $350 million. He should play well. But I think the Knicks at home, more intensity, a bounce-back performance, I think that's what's going to happen now in Game 6, and it better, because you don't want to tempt fate. Do I think the Knicks can win a Game 7 in Boston? I think they could. Do I want to deal with the stress of that? Where anything can happen in a Game 7? Absolutely not. It was meant for the Knicks to win this series at home. They have not won a home playoff series, right? A game at home that advanced them to the next round since the last time this Knicks team was actually headed to an NBA Finals. Right? The Knicks, they have never, in the last 25 years, clinched a playoff series at home. It's time. Garden's going to be up for grabs tomorrow night. They got to get it done. I know Brunson's going to show up. Who's helping him? Can I get something from Karl Anthony Towns? I've been incredibly disappointed with his disappearing acts at times in these playoffs, especially this series. He had a hollow 19 points last night. I thought he was terrible on defense. The lack of just any ability to really just hit the threes we're accustomed to seeing, that's been disappointing. I think the Knicks need to get Mitchell Robinson out there more. And look, the one guy, really, there were a couple guys last night that I want to give props to. Mitchell Robinson, awesome. Love that he's hitting his free throws. He changed his form, if you guys noticed. That's great to see. Need more of that from Mitch. I think we'll get that. Deuce McBride gave some good minutes off the bench. And then this guy, man, the heart of the city. All right, Knicks in 6. All right, Josh Hart balled out last night. This guy, shooting-wise, you never know game to game what you're going to get from Hart. But I know I'm going to get a guy that is always going to give you maximum effort at all times. This guy is a warrior. This guy would fit right in with any of the great Knicks teams in their history. So I still think the Knicks are winning this series. It's 3-2. We all would have signed for the opportunity to be up 3-2 at home with a chance to close out the defending champs who now don't have their best player. And I know they have played well without Tatum. I just don't think what they're going to get last night from guys like Cornett and White and Brunson being called for 5 fouls in a quarter and the refs completely zapping all momentum from that game. I think the Knicks bounce back tomorrow night. Knicks in 6. Bing bong.